Hey yo friends! This is Morgan Zanen. Hi! Alright, few announcements. For all of you beautiful people listening or watching this on YouTube, I'm sorry, I'm gonna do the schedule thing again, which I realize is totally pointless for you guys. Hopefully this will be the last time for a while that we'll need to do that. Actually not sure, I'll probably say it again on Sunday, but anyway, real quick. This is our final first day stream. Not that I'd ever, never ever stream on the first day again, but it used to be one of my 2 scheduled streams. This will no longer be the case going forward. We will keep our Tuesday slots, and we will now be live every Sunday evening, 9 PM France time, so same time slot as on Tuesday. Like every Thursday up to now, we are on for 3 hours, my friends, and we will be playing Rebirth. Enough with the schedule! Right, so last Tuesday, I am a human again, you might have noticed. I'm no longer a cat boy. We had a special stream, my first, the first time I ever streamed Final Fantasy XIV. Hey yo Krieger! Thanks for being here, my friend, how are you tonight? It was a bunch of fun, I hope you guys liked it. I definitely did. If you're watching this on YouTube, you cannot, I will not be uploading that stream to YouTube. Hello humans, yay, thanks for being here. Thank you too for always being here, you are the absolute best. Yeah, so I won't be uploading the special stream to YouTube. For reason, the main reason is just ecologically speaking, it is fine, but you can't stay tonight. Oh no, are you working, or is it something more fun? Like, are you going out? In any case, no worries at all. I'll tell you what you missed, and we're looking forward to seeing you next time, Krieger. I hope it's something fun and not just work, though. So yeah, there's like, I already feel bad about uploading all the VODs for our 7 streams, and the Ever Crisis events and stuff. There is no... Uploading a video to YouTube is never free, right? Just like I often say, no human activity is ever free in terms of carbon footprint. And that is especially true of uploading shit to YouTube. And so, like I do it for those videos because I think it makes sense, and I kind of want to have this whole thing where you can watch the whole thing. But that's not the case for special streams like what I did on Tuesday. That being said, there will be more special streams. There are at least 2 coming up. One I've been hinting at pretty much ever since I've begun this thing, Twitch channel thing, adventure, ever since I've begun this adventure, is the special stream where we'll be furnishing my house in Final Fantasy XIV. No, you're just tired, so you suppose it's not fun, but really necessary. Yeah, man, it is important. ZA always says if your body tells you that you need sleep, then you need sleep and you should listen to it. So, go get some rest, my friend. Thank you for popping in, even though you were tired. And we will see you next time. Have a great night, and give my love to your family. Good night, Krieger. I love you, man. Where was I? Yeah, right. Special streams. So, we'll be furnishing my house in Final Fantasy XIV very, very soon. Still don't have a set date yet. I have a lot of homework to do before we can get this one rolling, but we'll be doing it. And then the second special stream will be for the 16 DLC that will be released very soon. If you were here on Tuesday, or if you've played the 16 crossover in 14, they very strongly hinted at there being some kind of counterpart to the crossover on the 16 side. Is that going to come, at the same time as the DLC? I've seen a few memes and shit on the internet. Like, I feel a lot of people in the community feel like that's what's going to happen. I'm personally not sure. I'd find it strange that they wouldn't have advertised it. Anyway, we shall see. Whether or not there is 14 shit, we will definitely be playing the DLC right here on this channel. Again, I'll announce the precise date when it gets closer to it, but as close to release date as possible. And there'll be another special stream. Alright, enough with the... oh shit, I promised no more schedule, just real quick. So we will see each other again on Sunday at 9 PM France time, so that's 1 hour and a half ago, but on Sunday, for our new regular streaming schedule. And we will be playing Ever Crisis, going through the 7th story in Ever Crisis, so just like you know, the Tuesday from, like, last time we played OG. We'll pick up where we left off all those months ago, and keep moving with the story in Ever Crisis. Now, on that note, there is a new chapter release that got dropped this morning, Europe time, in Ever Crisis, with a new chapter of the OG7 story. Of course, I'm not going to talk about it in detail until we play it together here on stream. There's just one thing I'd like to really quickly say, kind of like a teaser type of thing. Up to now, I don't know if you all remember, if you were here, the very first part of the OG7 story that we saw in Ever Crisis. It was actually really, really similar to OG7. With some, you know, tiny differences and stuff. We had some additional content, including with the Avalanche guys, you know, Wedge, Biggs, and Jesse. Additional things that were not the additional things that we saw in Remake. But, you know, no major, you know, differences or divergence like we got in Remake and Rebirth so far. But that's what Nomura has been hinting at ever since it started. Now, I'm not sure about this because I'm further in the story in Ever Crisis than I am in OG. But I do feel like there is one scene in that new chapter that I don't think was the same in OG. Again, I might be wrong. You know, we saw last time Krieger was the same as me. Like, you know, it's been fucking years since we played OG, and there's a lot we forgot or misremembered, or, you know, so it might just be me tripping. We'll figure all that out together very soon, but I am excited, you know, about the idea that finally Ever Crisis is diverging a bit, and maybe it'll get the same treatment as Remake and Rebirth, and actually be, you know, like, start really giving us a new story type of vibe. We shall see. Tonight, we are back to Rebirth. Before I give you the previously on what's been happening story-wise, just one quick note. So as always, I do play a bit of the game off-stream. I do nothing that involves story or lore, but just, you know, like like combat content and shit like that is essentially free in terms of, again, like, we're not supposed to learn anything from them. So what I did do is I wanted to do my usual routine where I do a whole bunch of shit. I actually couldn't because previously on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Let's start with that. Right, so we are hot on the trail of Sephiroth. After leaving Midgar, essentially our little, you know, gang decided that we needed to stop this motherfucker because it's crazy as fuck and he's been killing everybody. So we're you know, going after him. Now, all the reunion people, those allegedly either soldier or soldier candidates that are now, it seems, Mako junkies, or at least that's how people look at them. They've definitely been exposed to Mako in the same way that the soldiers we know have been. Those people are, you know, they're all dressed the same. They have those long black hoods that look a lot like the Whisper figure, in my opinion, but I don't know, is the connection clear or not? In any case, those folks seem to all be headed in the same direction, and our boy Cloud seems very, very fucking sure that they're headed to Sephiroth. Now, is Cloud right? I don't know, but that's kind of the only lead we've got, right? Apart from him killing a gigantic, you know, serpent and doing a bunch of weird shit. Oh yeah, so we've been following these dudes, and they went straight to Junon. It used to be the capital city of the Republic of Junon, which was essentially the state that ruled over this piece of land where Midgar was built and that we're now exploring. But there was a war with Shinra, and they lost. So now it's just what remains of the city that used to be there is called Under Junon, because in typical Shinra fashion, what they did was, hello, sister! Thanks for being here, my sister. I love you. You guys are the best. And, you know, I keep saying this, but I really mean it. Thank you so much for your support and for always being here. You're the best. So, in typical Shinra fashion, they built, like, kind of, you know, just like Midgar, essentially, a fucking plate. There's a huge ass fucking cannon that's essentially, like, they can launch ICBMs from there. We've heard people say that they can shoot all the way to Wutai, which I've been assuming is a faraway continent, but I don't think we've got hard confirmation, actually, that that's the case, but, you know. Like, it's essentially a fucking, you know, ICBM launch place thing, right? And then there's that city that's beneath it, does not get daylight, much like the slums in Midgar. So, we ended up in Under Junon. Now, Red, our, you know, number one wisdom guy, our lore fiend, the Koji Fox of this little band, told us, well, if they want to keep heading west, they'll need to, like, you know, get passage on the ship, because it's all sea from here on out. And so we decided to get passage on the ship. But then, a bunch of shit happened in Under Junon. There's this girl, Yuffie, that we know from the DLC, the ninja girl from Wutai. Apparently an agent of the new Wutai government, or whatever they call it. From what I gather, from what we know with the war with Wutai and shit, it's a provisional government that's been in place, or maybe even a resistance government. Not quite sure what the state of affairs is in Wutai, but in any case, Yuffie is very much an anti-Shinra person and an operative for the Wutai government. We bumped into her, and then she was all like, oh, I want to talk to you guys, because you are the Avalanche Fringe group, and I really want to talk to you. And Barrett was all like, yeah, let's do that, which I thought was great. I love Barrett. Even his, the not so great aspects of his personality, I just find so relatable. But anyway, so Yuffie came to our room in the inn in Under Junon and told us that the mayor of Under Junon, who seemed to be very friendly and anti-Shinra, actually sold us out. So all of our gang, there's a bounty on their heads, sent out by Shinra because of all the shit we did in Remake. And she's all like, so, they're coming after you. I'm going upstairs because Rufus, the new president of Shinra, is coming, and I'm gonna murder the motherfucker. And, you should help me out, because fuck Shinra. And then she leaves, and then we go, and, Rush was there, and then we had words with the mayor, who said, oh yeah, I did take the money, but I'm not gonna give you away, because you can chase them off, because I believe in you, playing both sides, essentially. And she sent us on this errand to go see her son, with whom she's been estranged, who lives in the Crow's Nest. Shit, this is a long previously, but... the Crow's Nest is this little community run by a group of activists called CAS, Crows Against Shinra. And they're essentially, so they are a bunch of anti-Shinra people who've been living as a community, away from... I'm guessing most of them are from Junon, but away from, the mainstream Shinra-run society, and just kind of trying to live their own way. And also they've been, printing anti-Shinra tracts and flyers and shit, and trying to just spread the word. But from what we gather, they're not like Avalanche, right? They are not warrior-like. They are just like, we refuse to live under Shinra rule. We'll just do our side thing. I personally get very strong hippie vibes from that community. We met the son of the mayor of Under Junon. He has a partner, and his partner is pregnant. And we've learned from side dialogue that they've actually met in the Crow's Nest, so they're both supposedly anti-Shinra activists. And so we're in the Crow's Nest. And now back to my thingy about what I did. So I did a couple of, the card game, the card mini game that ZA hates. I won a couple of these off stream, and the issue is that so I won the first one, and then I wanted to go back. I don't know if you'll remember, but last week there was this fisherman in Under Junon that I kept losing to, and I didn't want to struggle with a mini game on stream, so I just left it. So I tried to head back to Junon, but then that moved the story forward, so I could not do all the things I usually do, but. With the victory that I got in the Crow's Nest against a CAS player who actually wants to, this is side lore, but it's kind of funny. Like, her whole deal is, we can use this card game to unite people and move towards peace, including Shinra employees and people. Like, we can reopen dialogue with Shinra people through Queen's Blood, and then I beat her ass at it. And so she told me, yo, there's a Queen's Blood champion here in the Crow's Nest. You should go check him out because you're really good. Which I did. I figured it would just be Crow's Nest. I beat his ass on the first try, I shall say. And what happened then was I got, like a cutscene started that looks like a flashback or some shit. So I kind of freaked out, paused the game right there, and if you don't mind, we'll jump right into that. So I'm sorry, this, again, like, I try to only do side content that will have no importance on the story or lore or the stuff that I want to share with you guys, but it kind of happened accidentally with this, so we'll jump straight into a cutscene. Again, this is the cutscene that we get by beating the first Queen's Blood champion contester that I've had in the game. Hey Loom Loom! How are you, my friend? Thank you for being here again! I still don't know when I'm doing the special house stream, but very, very, very soon. It is my main, stream-related project from now on, so I will make some progress on that. Hey, Ari! You guys are here! How are you, Ari? It's been forever, man. I haven't been playing 14 much. It's been forever since I've seen you. How are you doing, my friend? Also, I've been shit at... I promised you guys that I would always say hi in the cross-folding shell when I log in. And I don't think I've been very good at keeping my word, but I get better. Alright, my friends. let's fucking go. Again, we'll jump right into a cutscene. Do not be alarmed, it's just related to Queen's Blood. And CZA, there is story in the side content. I am great, Ari, I am really great. Today was sunny as fuck here in France. Well, here in the western part of France anyway. It was fucking great. I spent all afternoon outside. It was brilliant. You know, it's been like raining and cold as fuck up until now, essentially. So it was kind of the first day of spring type deal. Which is also a little hyper, I guess, as, you know, got my my shot of vitamin D today, and I feel fucking great. Alright, let's go, my friends. This is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Alright, so, again, this started right after I beat the first champion.
I don't understand. It was just supposed to be a game. No. There it is again. That voice. Could it be? Has returned.
Oh my god.
No, that's impossible. It's just a silly card game. Oh God. What have we done? I have to tell them. They all need to know the terrible truth about Queen's Blood.
Holy shit. Queen's Blood lore!
Okay. Were you granted a transcendent vision, as I too was? You look as though you've just seen a ghost. Saying that, I'm reminded of the story of Ledrel Balmon, the creator of Queen's Blood. After he started selling cards, he spoke of hearing a strange voice. He then withdrew from the public eye and became a recluse. No one saw him again until his death. There's no shortage of people who've had their lives turned upside down by the cards. Just goes to show what a deep and captivating game it is. Indeed, this match of ours stands as proof of that truth as well, I believe. Thank you for this experience, my friend.
Damn, deep lore. So much to say. So, Cameron, this dude is the champion I was telling you about. First Queen's Blood champion that I got a chance to challenge. Yeah, that flashback, you know, specifically the, like, it looks like an old VHS recording, right, with all the, it's not white noise, but, you know, you know what I'm saying, interference and shit. It's not interference, you know what I'm saying, like, it looks like an old crappy recording, is what I'm saying. That gives me very strong Final Fantasy X-2 vibes, where, you know, a lot of the plot, if you've played that game, is kind of centered around those weird videos, spheres, but never mind that, Yuna and her friends find that, you know, sends them on this, well, grand adventure, because they're trying to figure out what the fuck it is that they were seeing in these recordings that look extremely old in a very technologically advanced world. So yeah, just, I don't know that this is a reference to that, but it definitely feels, you know, artistically similar, and I'm stuck. Cloud! What you doing, Cloud? Alright, that works. Yo, the old dude in the flashback, he looked kind of like my uncle, didn't he? ZA, Jan, I mean. What do you think? I don't know, the shape of his face or something? That made me think of my uncle, which is totally irrelevant. More relevant is that, yo, we're gonna get some lore behind QB, and CZA, again with the, you know, we had this long conversation last week about side quest and or side content, and specifically minigames, and does it kill immersion, you know, does it ruin the pace of the story, is it a good thing, etc. I really like that, you know, we know that with the Fort Condor minigame, there's the whole, like, Gilgamesh is involved, so that's obviously very deep, broader Final Fantasy lore. And apparently, you know, like, they're gonna do the same with QB, where we get an actual side story that's related to the... Have we spoken to these people? I don't remember.
My husband's got spirit, I'll give him that. I just hope he stays out of trouble.
Oops, see, sorry, sir.
These used to be our waters, you know.
And there will be
again
again
someday. You hear that? Daddy's gonna make you.
Oh, she's pregnant as well. I didn't realize that.
These used to be our waters, you know. And they will be again someday.
We really ought to start thinking of names for the baby. Would be nice if Rhonda could give us a few suggestions.
I'm so stupid. This is Claire and so Rhonda is the mayor of under Junon. Those are the two people I was talking about in the intro. I didn't recognize them. Oh, she's pregnant as well. Damn, there's a baby boom happening in the crow's nest. No, Morgan, it's the same pregnant girl. Right, yeah, so we're gonna get some lore behind QB. I'm excited about that. Zia is probably really mad because that means that I'll refrain from playing QB outside of the stream from now on. Where is this fucking thing?
I'm trying to spot the eponymous birds.
And yeah, so one final thing, but that might be, you know, pushing things a bit maybe. Well, remove the pin for a second. That's not at all where the thing is. Where's the thing? I don't know if you guys, if you were here last time, we did see, we actually bumped into that and I was all like, oh, we'll see about that later. And I feel like so it's one of these, you know, Chadley missions where we get information on the guardian deity of the region, in this case, Phoenix. You know what, let me just leave the crow's nest and we'll walk towards one of our objectives and then we'll find this one later. So yeah, this might be pushing it a little. There we go, that's what I wanted to find. But I felt like...
Many legends about Phoenix have been passed down. One tells of the great bird scouring the coast in search of a final resting place. A fisherman bade it share the warmth of his fire. Phoenix dipped its feathers in the proffered flames, thereby rekindling its fading life force.
You coming? Yeah, so, you know, when we had that vision about this person that looks like my uncle, long-haired dude, I'm guessing he was the founder of Queen's Blood that the champion mentioned afterwards. But he was all like, has come back, and there was weird purple smoke behind him. Now that vaguely reminds me of Whispers, but I might be reading too much into this. This might be wishful thinking. I'd really fucking love it if QB lore was tied into the whole Whisper shit. But we shall see in due time. One final thing before we move on to this objective is that... So what Cameron, the champion, told me before we battled at QB was... He's kind of like a nature, you know, hermit meditation kind of guy. So he, like, you know, he's climbed mountains and walked through forests and all that, thinking about Queen's Blood, amongst other things, I guess. And he had this vision, and he was all like, you know, like, let's play together and maybe you'll get one too. And that's why when Cloud had this vision of the, again, I'm assuming the founder of QB, he wasn't surprised at all. There's a whole thing about if you play enough QB, you get visions. Which is fucking great because... Gogona and I are gonna try and build a real-life QB set, so maybe with the right amount of time playing it, and drugs, you can get visions too, I don't know. Oh shit, this is the rhythm one. Shit. How did it go? 1, 2, 3, 4. So fucking good at this game. So typically this is, you know, one of the things I will do off stream. That side quest we just did allows us to weaken the Phoenix.
Well done! You've located and analyzed all the crystals in the Junon region. Thanks to you, Phoenix's flames will no doubt be that much more radiant. Though you have yet to obtain the requisite materia, as I recall, you'll first need to confront the Divine via the combat simulator.
Chadley's really getting on my nerves in Rebirth. He was a lot less, I don't know, like, condescending and annoying in Remake, wasn't he? But yeah, like he said, one of the many, you know, side content associated with Chadley is actually fighting the summons that we get as summon materia, and so then he can build the materia for us. But the more of these crystals we find, like sanctuaries related to the associated deities, the easier the fight is. And then it is just a fight. So I've already beaten... Oh, Chocobo! I've already beaten Titan, who was the the summon materia / local deity for the grasslands, that first area that we explored together. And Phoenix is the one for the Junon area. And so I'll be able to get his ass off stream before next week. I love you, Chocobo. I hope we're gonna get some lore on those motherfuckers too, because I'm still sure they're not baby chocobos. I should do an entire stream where I only speak chocobo. And like, find a way to have Boko, you know, in front of my face during the whole time. When I get 100 followers, that's what I do! I'm kidding, I'm not gonna do that, but... we'll do something fun!
Fiends roam this place.
Rare Fleetwing variant identified. Commencing guidance protocol. Fleetwings are also known as stalkers of the skies. When hunting, they descend so rapidly that their unsuspecting prey has no time to react, let alone fight back. To that end, barbecuing within their territory is not advisable, unless you want your food to vanish before your very eyes. As it happens, fleetwings are so perfectly adapted to life in the skies that their anatomy has inspired several aeronautical designs. Continued research into this aerodynamic wonder will surely pave the way for humanity's flight-filled future. You'll be soaring through the clouds before you know it.
Alright. Oh yeah, this is another thing I did off stream. I struggled with not winning the fight, but you know, in these so other piece of Chadley content, they're right here. Yes. And you know, one of the side objectives, like you can see in the top right, was, you know, like there was a way to make them to interrupt them when they were doing their ultimate attack, and I kept like doing it and not getting the thingy checked. And then I figured it out, is that I needed to stop them every single time, and there were two of them, and sometimes they do it at the same time. So once I actually understood the objective, it was fairly easy to clear. I did that without you guys, but again, just combat content, nothing interesting. A rare Fleetwing variant that possesses heightened flying capabilities. It soars through the air and assaults its prey with ease, maintaining its speed and altitude. Exploiting its elemental weakness will pressure it, namely wind. Alright, easy peasy. Ouch, motherfucker. He should have a, yes, wind thing. Wait, no, yes. Nope, shit.
Got it.
Ouch. Buckle. How does this motherfucker stay aloft when he's pressured? No fair! There, if you have... yes. I'm moving for you.
Keep it together.
Let's go. Here. Here it comes. Give it your one shot. Hey. Combat objectives. Though I suspect it wasn't much of a challenge.
I know I say this every week whenever I get back to Rebirth, but it felt so weird. Hold on a sec.
Nice! You've successfully completed all Junon combat assignments. Oh, is something the matter? Perhaps you're fatigued from your battles? Then allow me to provide a massage.
And how do you plan to do that?
Why, by way of resonance, of course. I can use my gorgeous vocal vibrations. Like so.
Alright, Mai, you've had your fun. Now then, your latest triumph has allowed me to create a new combat trial. I hope you enjoy it.
I rescind my theory that Mai is actually just Chadley fooling around and working through his, you know, gender identity. Mai is actually nice and fun when Chad has become this huge dickhead.
My turn.
Have we assessed them? Yes, we have. Right, and they don't like ice. Oh wait, there's a bunch of monsters. Excuse me, oh, just a sec. Yeah, we've assessed everything though. Ice. Well, never mind then.
That'll do.
Yep, stop it.
Never in doubt.
Never in doubt. Eris. Wonderful. I don't. Yes. So I've been playing Remake in between our streams, working on my platinum trophy, which mostly means my hard mode playthrough. And the combat is very similar, but not the exact same. And it's just really like it's a bit of a mindfuck to switch from one to the other so very often. One thing is the gap closer. So when you're far away from the enemy, back in Remake, if you just hit the square button, like the regular attack button with Cloud, he'd gap close, like he'd jump right into the enemy. Whereas now I have to manually do it in Rebirth, sorry, which is actually a lot more pleasant. Like I like Rebirth's combat a lot more. It feels more natural, and I feel like I'm in control a lot more than I was in Remake. You might have noticed, I don't know if you've...
Fort Condor portal confirmed. Now then, let us risk life and limb to discover the truth of this phenomenon.
Yeah. Wait, no. What happened to the proto-relic? Ain't that what we came for?
Oh, yes, of course. I seem to have gotten caught up in the excitement.
I swear. Come on. Let's get this over with before the boy wonder tries to talk us into worse.
Barrett's also got enough of Chadley's shit. Although, I must say, Barrett, I'm with Chad on this one. I'm really excited about what this whole Fort Condor thing is. I'm sorry, ZA, this is the Lego moment. Hopefully it won't be too long, and then we'll get tons of Gilgamesh lore. Yes, I don't know if...
If I were a proto-relic, where would I be?
Over here!
Princess?
Your princess and your treasure await you! Make haste, my hero! Mwah! 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 Mwah!
What the fuck?
Does he really think we don't realize it's him?
If he does, then he's further gone than I thought.
Friends, help us! The captain is in grave danger. And without him, we're doomed. All of us.
What do you mean?
We're nothing more than pieces in this game. Normally, we'd be stuck here, waiting on the board until someone came along to play with us.
All of
Meta.
that changed when the captain showed up. Ever since that day, we've been able to move around under our own power. I've never felt so alive. And it's all thanks to the captain.
Without him, we're as good as dead.
So how should we handle this?
I don't
think we can get the proto-relic back without the captain. Yeah, we gotta help him.
Cloud is like ZA. He's, you know, tired of this shit. You all might have noticed I put the 14 spoiler tag up just for a minute. Krieger's actually mentioned this in chat before during our streams, but Gilgamesh he's one of the few instances of canonical inter-Final Fantasy, you know, character or thing, really. And he is in 14, he's a recurring character, he's still kind of involved in the 14 story. And two interesting things there. The first one is that his, you know, tendency for kind of shitty disguise, actually in 14 he was really good, but he did impersonate another character in Final Fantasy 14. And also, you know, they're implying that he's the one who's given consciousness to the board by kind of like making it a world or something, or, you know, like Gilgamesh, the captain's presence is the reason those folks have sentience and free will. And the interesting thing is that this is not a power that at least I can remember him having in other worlds, but he definitely has this across his appearances, you know, like, well, for starters, he can jump from universe to universe for some weird reason. And in 14, there's another really interesting, you know, world-specific power, is that he seems to be able to jump from shard to shard, which if you are 14 players, like Arir and Lum and myself, you know, like, in the main story quest, it's a really big deal. Like, not everyone can do that. Actually, like, most people can't. So it's really, you know, it's notable that Gilgamesh can do that in 14, and then he can do that in 7. And I'm wondering if there isn't some... just closing the door, because my sister... The cat one, then not the one who's in chat, likes to open doors and check out what I'm doing, and then leave again, and the door's open. Which actually I could have left open, because there's no heating tonight. But anyway, never mind. Yeah, you know... Did something happen to Gilgamesh for his interdimensional... travels that we don't really see, right? We just see him pop up in most Final Fantasy games, and we don't even know the timeline of his appearances, like, you know, which one happens before which, we have no idea. Did something happen that gave him those kind of weird, you know, universe-specific powers? Is he some kind of god now? This would be very Final Fantasy, right? Anyway, enough about Gilgamesh, I'm sorry. Let's play ZA's favorite game. And like always, I'm gonna just try with my usual team. I was talking to a fellow streamer the other day, let me remove the tag, about this, and he said that it was an absolute pain in the ass, like this battle was extremely hard, and that he himself could not beat it until he, you know, like looked up on the internet how to do it. So let's see how it goes. We got a green over here. So I want red. And ideally, I guess I want to build trebuchet here. It's not going too bad so far, is it? And that should... no. Oh, wait. We're getting closer to being able to releasing Cloud, though. So that's good. And I keep spawning... green... oh, shit! Fuck! What the fuck is that? There are so many grey, you know, like, units. I don't know what's strong against grey. This mofo just, like, ignored each one of my unit that was making progress on their front and just went for the... he's got a bunch of blues, so I want a ranger. What are you doing, asshole? You're supposed to fight the blue units! God damn it. Come on, you guys. I'm gonna give them a healer. We're still doing alright. We're still doing alright. Nice. Gonna... oh, fuck. So ideally, I really want to spawn more blue and red units to get Tifa and Cloud on the battlefield as fast as possible, but... My hands are tied, yo. What do we got coming here? Blue. Alright. Nice. I can get Cloud. How do I? Yes. Applies barrier to all. Maybe I'm gonna put him in the middle so that he can give barrier to everyone. Alright, don't die, Cloud, please. I'm gonna give you. Where are you going? I'm gonna give you a healer. Now you clear this rubble up. And then we'll go on the offensive. Come on, you guys. We're doing this. Doing alright. Fuck! Red means blue again. Why can't I summon a cleric? Oh my god, I've got limited amounts of some units. I had no idea. I'm really great at this game. That's alright, we're doing fine. Yes. I'm out of trebuchets as well. Applies haste to all nearby units. Oh, Tifa, I love you. Yeah, bitches. Who's the princess now, Gilgamesh? I'm the princess. That was alright, right, CA? Like, you know, win on the first try. No? Ah, it's fun!
My darling hero. Hey, hands off, Buttercup. You want to thank us so bad? Give us the proto relic. That, I'm afraid, I cannot do. This treasure is mine, and mine alone. Never would I allow you knaves to claim it.
Captain?
Come, my loyal henchmen! With this, none can hope to stand against us! We shall build ourselves a sprawling empire!
Hey, Captain! Well, wait for us, Captain! Where are you going?
It's interesting that he appears to have a, you know, Buster Sword-like weapon on his back.
That polygonal piece of shit. Talk about a dick move.
You hear what the cavalry said? This whole thing started when the captain showed up.
Yeah, when they gained free will. They were pretty happy about that, weren't they?
Indeed they were. I still remember the weight of the chains that bound me to Hojo's service. And the joy I felt. It's no surprise he's become a symbol of hope.
Even so, we can't just abandon those guys. Never mind the proto relic.
Right. Speaking of which, I've reacquired its signal.
Send us the coordinates.
Oh damn, still on the same map. They're not interesting though. We're getting lore out of this, and I really enjoy playing it. And it wasn't. Oh, but yeah, same map. So I guess the one my streamer friend was talking about was probably this one, not the one we just did. How will I even get there? We'll see. We'll see. First, we've got a bunch of shit to do on that. What do you call that in English? The word in French is presqu'île, which literally translates to almost island. Good job, Belle. Nice. Have you guys ever like walked on a bridge like this? I have. And it's fucking amazing. Like, you can really, you know, if there's wind, you can really feel it. Like, it's a trip.
Kyrie.
Oh, I forgot to tell you guys about that in my previously. You know Kyrie? So Kyrie is that brunette from Midgar, the granddaughter of the Angel of the Slums. You know, she was trying to make her way in Midgar, in the slums, and she's left Midgar as well, and you know, she's been going around saying that she was a very famous mercenary in Midgar, which is not true, and kind of, you know, like, we helped her out on a job that she was messing up, and this is the second time we're after her. And now the really exciting thing is that in the Z timeline, so the timeline where Zack is with Cloud in Midgar, apparently about simultaneously, you know, like at the same time as the events we're watching right now are taking place, Zack left Cloud with Kyrie. Let us partake of the planet's wisdom. So, you know, she went from new Remake Rebirth specific character, almost comic relief, to potentially extremely central character. So I'm excited about any interaction we might get with Kyrie in this timeline. I really hope she shows up in Ever Crisis. In Ireland, the bridge, it's funny you should ask, as I was saying, I've been on one of these before, you know, like my inner voice was like, where was that? And my first thought was Ireland, but actually I think no. I think it was in Brittany, France, if I'm not wrong, and it wasn't all that long ago, so I'm guessing.
Cloud, your combat data has revealed the location of the mind flare lurking in the Junon region. It said this eldritch horror devours the brains of its victims. We cannot turn a blind eye to this threat.
Nice. Alright, let's go fuck up a mind flayer. Yeah, I think it was in Brittany, and even more specifically when I went with Valou and her friend, and I think I rambled on about how I got lost in a forest once in real life on stream before. I think it was the same time. Went to visit some place, and one of those, you know, like, not island, but like bit of rock that's large enough that you can walk on it, was only accessible through one of these wooden, like, you know, shaky bridges. But I might be wrong. I'm gonna ask, you know, people I've been to Ireland with, and then Valou, and try to remember exactly where it was. But it wasn't all that long ago, so you know, I feel like I was an adult and not a kid or a teenager. So probably not. If it's Ireland, probably not the Republic, and it would have been in Northern Ireland with Clear. Oh yeah, I'll if I remember, I'll investigate to figure out when that was. I mean,
certainly poured their energy into the promotional aspect.
Yeah.
They'll be thrilled to hear it. Let's go.
No, shit, I meant to dismount. Thanks, Belle. There's even music and stuff. Too bad it's not. Aww. That's a cute chocobo. Doesn't look too happy about being made a promotional, you know, tool, but it's a cute outfit. That's Curious Theme, isn't it? Theme. I think. Where's the... How do I climb this? Yeah. Do we want one of these? Yeah, it looks like an upgrade for most, and I think I can upgrade it through craft time. Alright. So if this really is Kyrie's hiding place, yes.
Kyrie, Merc of Junon. And you are. Oh man. Here I got all excited thinking I had a customer. Well, thanks for making the trip out here to say hi, fellow Merc.
Not your fellow anything. And quit calling yourself a Merc. You're giving the real ones a bad name.
What even is a Merc? Nobody really knows. And besides, arguably this whole mess can be laid at your feet, mister. I came all the way out to Junon to strike it rich, but nobody knows we're here, or even that we exist. Zero publicity, which means zero clients. I mean, this is business 101. Since you suck so bad at self-promotion, I had to pick up the slack and come up with an ad campaign. But like, what's your brand? Tall, blonde, and not interested? Sounds like a one-way ticket to bankruptcy to me.
Allergies.
What? Shut up. This thing can talk?
Indeed.
Aww, aren't you just the most adorable boy? Hey, you know, I've always wanted a pet of my own. Come here, come to mama. Yikes. Okay, scratch that. Right. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm putting in all this work for us, yet we haven't managed to bring in a single customer. And if we don't get one really soon, your CEO and PR head is as good as done. But not to worry, I put my creative skills to work and came up with this ditty.
Oh my god.
Pretty good, right? Folks will be lining up in no time. Wait, monsters? Well, what could have drawn them here?
I'm sure your aggressive advertising has nothing to do with it.
Please, Cloud, you've gotta help me. After all, nobody knows how to take down monsters like a Merc.
So hire yourself. You're a pro, aren't you?
Come on, don't be petty. Oh, I'll even give you some of these.
Pass.
Wait, our lives are in as much danger as hers now. We have to fight.
Not all that offended, were you, Red? You like her. That music. I kind of like, you know, when they hired whoever is doing the singing now, do you think it is Kyrie's voice actress? I guess they would explain it, because, you know, otherwise, how do you pitch that? Like, hey, can you sing a song that, you know, the whole point is to make fun of it. Actually, what am I saying? It makes a lot of sense. Tons of artists do that, like, satirical shit. Never mind. I like it, though. Assessed. They don't like fire.
Already, would ya? I thought you were supposed to be good at your job.
Take the lead.
Good luck. Here goes. Sorry, but I gotta.
Sorry, but I gotta.
You take that hit, you know. And they call you the pro. Stop it! That was... Can you take over?
Take it over. Go ahead.
These losers ought to be easy pickings for a Merc like you.
You're dead. It's on you.
I got this. Bring it! Gotcha. There! Leave them in too, my royal subordinate. It'd make for a great commercial.
She's insufferable.
It's on you.
What's interesting is the I don't know if it's my personal bias, but so again, Kyrie is a new character, right? She's a remake/rebirth exclusive. And this whole, you know, like poking fun at the whole startup, or yeah, my bias is showing already, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? Like the whole
This is gonna hurt. Come on, get rid of those things already, would you?
you like this song, really? Yeah, actually, nice. I think they'll kill it, so let me just use that.
On it.
Oh, more monsters. I think, you know, this song makes me feel like many Bloodhound Gang songs make me feel. Like, you know, it's supposed to be humorous and like a parody of itself, right? It's, what do you call it? Autodérision, like self... You know what I'm saying? It's not a serious song, it's supposed to be fun and kind of ridiculous. But still, I feel like, you know, they did their homework, musically speaking. Like, it's not... You know, it works musically, is what I'm saying. And there are so many artists like that do, you know, like parody or comedy songs. And I just think that it's musically so brilliant. And I'm kind of always like, you know, are you sure you don't want to... Enter the plan's favor to nullify physical attack, blah blah blah. All your limits are boring, Aerith.
Hey, you ready? Watch this.
Sometimes I feel like... Oh, again, I don't know who's actually singing here. I'm guessing the lyrics were written by the localization team, but I might be wrong with that too. But yeah. I do like this song. I wouldn't listen to it all day long, right? But you know what I'm saying, like, or it's supposed to be. I think it does a great job, and I really want to listen to the full lyrics.
Take him down.
He is like the best of the best around. And poor Red, you never let him fight. Oh shit! Fuck, I was not expecting that. I thought we were done.
Hang back.
Yeah, so... You know, like I was saying, Red used to be my favorite character in the whole gang of OG playable characters. White Moose. Mutated plants that have absorbed macro-polluted seawater and thus become poisonous. They swallow their prey whole, slowly weakening these unfortunate victims with their bodily fluids. Hitting them with elemental damage will pressure them, but also cause them to develop a resistance and begin absorbing that element. Once they gather enough energy, they will unleash a powerful magic attack. Alright, so you swap elements regularly then. That sounds just like the never mind, a fight in my D&D campaign that we did very recently.
Take the lead.
Let me handle it. Keep it up.
Wait, no, Ascension's the better one.
Nothing personal.
Shit, Eris, don't die. Where is she?
It's on you.
What's up with you, girl? You're dead.
I can fix this. Still up for it?
No, I stand by my statement. It's a silly song that really fucking works. So yeah, sorry. For Red, you never let him fight. So the way I pick my characters so far is, yeah, Titan is non-elemental, and that way you guys get to see him since I unlocked him upstream. So if there's a weapon ability to be mastered, I will get that character in the team, which is why I have Aerith in right now. But other than that, I will, nice. I do prefer having characters that I like playing, or that I feel comfortable playing, which mostly means, like, no, you won't devour me, you piece of shit.
After you. Man, you asked for it. These losers ought to be easy pickings for a merc like you. Let's finish this. Ready? Keep up the pressure.
Fight through it.
What have I not used yet? Thunder, right?
Wish I could film this. It'd make for a great commercial.
Come on, someone's fucking dead. Who has spray equipped?
Boss is getting bored and she's not paying you to have fun out there. Get ready. Good night. Go on.
Right, so the characters I'm most comfortable playing are Cloud, Tifa, and Barret, which is why by default, like, they're my A team, right? And then I just swap out one of the two for whichever character I need to play to get the weapon skills. And you know, if I'm being honest, Red is by far the character that I feel I'm the least capable with.
And now I know why I wasn't getting any customers. Nobody could get past all those uglies.
I'm glad you learned something.
Oh well. Guess I'll just have to close up shop and clear out. Anyway, I'm gonna split, but I'm sure you can take it from here. Catch you later, fellow merc.
Nice.
Wanna leave with Mama? Come on, you know you do. Okay, later.
I wouldn't wish her on my worst enemy.
You and me both.
My dudes! I saw the monsters headed your way. I couldn't help but worry. But it looks like I worried for nothing. I should have known Avalanche could hold their own.
Yeah, to me, you should have.
Curiosity? What happened to that merc?
She moved on.
Bummer. Well, guess we should get this place cleaned up. Oh yeah, Rhonda was telling me you do merc work on the side too. For real? I can't believe you didn't say anything. Best buds don't keep secrets, you know. But I hope you'll lend me a hand the next time I need help.
Oh look, Toby's Chocobo is all dressed up like a Toby.
Avalanche by day, traveling mercs by night. I don't know how you dudes find the time to do it all. Feel like we should probably rope this place off. Don't want anyone else wandering inside. Avalanche by day.
So yeah, very long-winded reply is, it is true that I almost never play Red, but it's just because I feel like I'm bad at playing him. Like, you know, my playstyle is, don't ever block, just dodge and try and kill shit before it kills me. Which Red is the worst character for that, because his whole thing is that, you know, he gets revenge mode. My understanding is, I've played him so little that I might even be wrong about that, but my understanding is that, you know, you're supposed to do dodges and then he gets all the DPS, you know, he can get, which is just, it's not my playstyle at all. So even though I love the character, yeah, and I'm afraid it's gonna stay that way, like, unless there's some sort of side content that forces me to play him, and I'm kind of like, you know, hoping against hope that that'll be the case. so I can learn. I'm sure if I spend time on it, I could play him just as well as I feel like I play Cloud Barret and Tifa. But you know what I'm saying? So I prefer focusing on the characters I feel I'm the best at, especially when I'm streaming. Like, I hate it when I struggle with a fight on stream because I feel like it's not interesting to watch, right? It's just like me trying the same thing over and over again. But so yeah. And I'm tempted to say something, but it's a bit spoilery, so I won't. But you know, I'm not saying that we'll be playing Tifa Cloud Barret for all of Rebirth. Things might change in the future, is all I'd say. Alright, how do we get to the photo spot? Wait, shit, I'm on the wrong side of the bridge? Also, I don't like criticizing Final Fantasy. It's funny because I don't like doing it, and like, you know, I could totally go without doing it at all. Like, there's a few things I see in this game that I'm not a big fan of. I could just ignore them, right, and focus on the positive, which is also something I feel like we should do in real life. You know, like life advice type shit is definitely focus on the positive and then try to. That's where we want to go. It's like on the other side of the island. See that bridge there? I think that's where we want to be. And I'm actually not sure this is the right way to go about this, but let's just make sure we didn't miss anything on that little island. And yet I do end up doing it so much. You know, it's one of those things, like, I think it's a common... it's not a bias, but, you know, like, thing people do where, like, when they feel they are being too... extreme in their viewpoints or obvious about something, you know, they will, has a defense mechanism, like over insists on anything that goes against that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you guys have that, but let's say you have with real friends it should not happen, but let's say you have work friends, right, like colleagues, and some of them you kind of struggle with, like, you know, your work relationship is a bit strained because they are, I don't know, for whatever reason. And so then sometimes in social situations, you'll find yourselves with a bunch of colleagues, including that person that you kind of struggle with at work, right? And so the minute they say a single thing that you agree with, you'll be all like, yes, you are so very right, right? In front of other people. And you're not doing it for other people or anything, you're doing it for your own sake. Like, look how open-minded I am. I can, you know, I can admit when that person is right, even though at work, they're always wrong. You know what I'm saying? And it'll end up, you know, if it's somebody, if it's one of your colleagues that does not get to work with you guys often day to day, they'll just get the exact opposite impression of like, damn, Morgan really fucking likes Robert or some shit, right? I don't know why I said Robert. Robert was great. But you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Where you'll go out of your way to kind of say stuff that goes against what you feel everybody thinks you think, you know, or are thinking of at all times, when sometimes it's all in your head and people don't think you're all, you know, you are that obsessed or whatever. Anyway, with Final Fantasy, I feel like, you know, I define myself, you know, I describe myself happily as a Final Fantasy fanboy. I know I'm not very objective when it comes to Final Fantasy. Even the Final Fantasy games that I like the least are still, to me, really good fucking games. You know what I'm saying? But just because of that, I feel like whenever there's the tiniest thing... I'm so bad at this. It's clearly the, yeah. That's the view we want, right? with the we like the bridge. Oh, I think Snaps was talking about the bridge. This is a terrible fucking shot. Let's stick a filter in it. Boom. Guess I'm supposed to actually take a screenshot. There we go. Wonderful. Good job, Morgan. Anyway, yeah, I actually feel like because of that, because of my trying to counterbalance the fact that I'm a fanboy, I will actually, you know, actually actively voice out any little criticism I have about those games. And in the end, I end up, you know, being negative or saying, you know, there might be 3 negative things per month of Final Fantasy streams, but I will absolutely point each one of those out and talk about it. Whereas, you know, I do spend a lot of time saying, oh my god, I love this, oh my god, I love the music, oh, this is so great, oh, look at this as a reference to this and that. I do the positive, you know, fanboy things too, but you know what I'm saying? There's a selection bias in the stuff I say in my commentary, where I will always point out the negative stuff. Just because I feel like I oughta, because otherwise I'm mostly just saying positive stuff all the time. Anyway, all this being said, and I've been vocal about how much I love the voice acting in Rebirth, but I do feel like those interactions between Red and Kyrie it might also be my, you know, anti-species vegan bias as well, where I think like this is the very beginning of the game, and in my opinion, personally, I feel like the species jokes with Red are already getting old. And don't get me wrong, like I hate it when there's a character that has obvious, like the dude's a fucking walking red dog with a fiery tail. Of course people will notice that. But you know, there was this other person that already was all like, if the joke is always, if every time this is brought up, it's always a joke, and the joke is always the, I think I need to go through there actually, like through the sea. If the joke is always, oh, stupid human is being a speciesist and Red is getting offended, you know what I'm saying? It can get old. This is the second time it's happened. It might be a part of that. I might be a little frustrated with that. And how I love this character. I feel like we could use him. Well, that sounds utilitarian, which, but you know what I'm saying. Like, I hope it's not just like, for instance, his, you know, friendship / rivalry with Barrett. I think is brilliant. It's beautifully written, and I love that. And I want to see more of that, and less of the, oh, you're a dog and you talk, you know. But anyway, all that being said, I still think it could have been really funny with, I think Kyrie is the perfect character for that shit, you know, like, oh, she wants to, even like she's almost leaving and then she comes back and is all like, you wanna come with me, boy? She didn't say boy, but you know what I'm saying, like, could have been great. But then Red just like grumbling at her was not, I think, I don't know, you could have done the exact same, but better. And I feel, and this is, I'm going on a limb there, I might be completely wrong, but the feeling I got was that they recorded the dialogue, or, you know, each line of dialogue separately. Like, the voice actor for Kyrie and the voice actor for Red were not in the studio at the same time. And, so they just asked...
Beware, Cloud. You've entered the Mind Flayer's natural habitat. There's still much we don't know about this creature, so make sure you are well prepared before proceeding.
Okay. Yeah, so I might be wrong again, but I feel like they asked Kyrie to do her lines, which, you know, fine, it's okay, like her lines were easier to do. And then they asked Red's voice actor to just like, oh, growl at the mic there. And then they just kind of like shoved them together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like there was a little... It felt, you know, like Kyrie says her line and then Red goes... and it stops again for a second and then Kyrie talks again. It didn't feel natural at all, is what I'm saying. I'm gonna get Barrett back on the team before we fight this. It's probably gonna be rough, because it's like, you know, side content mini-boss, or, well, boss, I guess you could call him. So I'm gonna do a minute of menuing y'all. I'm sorry, I'll try and be quick. Oh, I might not need to. MP up, fire and ice. Yeah, fuck it, let's go, see how it goes. Alright.
Y'all better not hold back now.
Detected in the vicinity. Commencing guidance protocol. There are several theories as...
Did you seriously escape my fucking assess? Mind Flayer, a grotesque fiend that has taken up residence in one of Junon's inlets. Inlet! That's the word I was looking for earlier. Inlet. It is capable of lifting even giant boulders with its preternatural psychokinetic skills. Using its tentacles, it siphons off the brains of anything that wanders into its domain.
One posits that it is a former scholar. Now it needs brains as part of its experiment. Supposedly it's so ready. Himself, with a mind flame's affinity for magic, and its preference for consuming the brains of its victims.
Right.
Synergy abilities will pressure it. Alright.
Keep it together.
You're up.
Bring in the heat, you're up.
That's new elemental weaknesses, right? Like.
Take the lead.
All set. Bring it and beyond. There. Enough. Don't think you'll walk away from me. It's on you.
My turn.
I'm in.
It's on now.
You ain't gonna get away. Just gonna give it all.
Brace yourself. Finish it.
You're up.
Yeah, I'll bring it home.
Hang back. Keep it together.
I got this. Yeah. Come on. Gotcha. It's on you.
About damn time.
My turn.
I'm just gonna use it. Alright, we got it! Easy peasy!
Cloud, congratulations on dispatching the Mind Flayer. I was concerned the fiend might feast upon your needs, but I'm glad to see my fears were unfounded.
Only a true hero could ever have defeated such a malevolent evil. Your valiant efforts today have brought the world one step closer to peace.
Thank you, hero.
Alright, yo. I guess the final Fort Condor thingy is the last side content we have in the Junon area. But I have no idea how we're gonna get there. Oh, we also have the quest. Keep forgetting about that. The old dude who wants to see the Condor once again. I think this could be it, right? Like, there's a path here that we clearly haven't explored. Let's go check the Condor out first. And then we'll go and do that last little content thing. Head to the condor's hunting spot and search for promising prey. That's right. So we want to feed the condor to bring it back because old dude whose life the condor saved hasn't seen it for a long while and he's getting worried. So south of here, I guess. Yeah, hunting grounds were. Oh my!
Over there.
Are we gonna kill a cow? No, 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 no. Really? That's... Or it's a wild cow, I guess. Was that not...
There goes the condor's dinner.
Maybe we can track its scent.
Chocobo, alright. Are wild cows even a thing? Like, yaks are a thing and... You know what I'm saying? Like... There's wolves and then there's dog, but a dog by definition is the product of human... You know, human... what do you call it? Interference and breeding and shit. And it's the same with cows, right? Cows are not... I don't know. I know the Celts and the other peoples that lived in what we now call France before the Roman Empire showed up and ruined everything had cows, but I don't think there were cows in, you know, like we have in farms all over the world nowadays. And like this one looks like a farm cow in 2024 planet Earth. But then again, this is another planet, so who the fuck knows what wild animals look like. Maybe it's a wild cow. Maybe wild cows looked like that. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just mad at having to kill a fucking cow. I've assessed all of you. You don't like ice. Well, fuck that. You won't like my sword either. There it is! Is that a condor? That's not a condor. The fuck is that? A Bahama insect?
A chocobo could track them.
That thing could not possibly be the condor. Right? I'm expecting like a gigantic fucking avian creature. Oh, nice. It's taking us right where we need to go for the Fort... Oh, Fort Condor. What do you mean you had thought of that ages ago? Fort Condor is an actual place in OG that we'll visit very soon. Actually, probably next time we play OG on stream, we'll get to Fort Condor. I should not say stuff like that. Whenever I say stuff like that, you know, I end up talking too much and we don't go as far as I thought we would in the story, but yeah. And I think if memory serves, which mine rarely does, but I think it's supposed to be about there geographically, so the fact that the proto-relic and the whole Fort Condor side content is leading us to the same place as the literal Condor makes a lot of sense. You okay? You okay, Belle? You know what? You stay here, girl. You're beautiful. Thank you for coming all this way. I'm gonna finish on foot. Take care of yourself, mate. Alright. Where my condor at? I guess this is it then. That's the condor? Also, we're not supposed to kill it, Cloud. Oh, the fiend that stole the condor's dinner. Never mind. Jesus, I need to learn how to read. scenes, if not dialogue. Mystic Dragon! An airborne lizard that lives in caves. It mutated after consuming creatures exposed to Mako from the underwater reactor. As a result, its flesh has begun to rot while this creature still lives and breathes. Alright, we can pressure it, but then it'll fly high. That's fine, we can all either fly or...
Don't overdo it.
Let me handle this. Come on it. That was great. I'm not going out like this. Take
Barrett?
the lead?
Bring it home!
I got it. Sorry.
Shit, no. Oh, nice, he's still touching.
All set. Hey!
Copy, come on.
Also, yeah, I don't know if you guys can tell, but so Cloud naturally you know, jumps super high and then fights, you know, airborne and shit. That's because of his soldier training. And back in Remake, Tifa also had, like, you know, mechanically it was identical, right? Like, you could just, if you just hit the attack button close enough to the monster in question. Nice. Then she would just jump up and then fly mid her and shit. Here in Rebirth, you actually have to excuse me for a minute. I actually have to use one of the you know, synergy skills for either Cloud or Barrett to launch her up, and I really fucking love doing that. Huh, interesting. Stole your cow. Well, he stole the Condor's cow. So we're obviously supposed to grab the meat for the Condor. What is that? Peculiar greens. I'm really interested about what happens if I take something really stupid like greens or, you know, like half-dead lizard. You know me, maybe it's just side dialogue. Maybe Aerith will be like, are you stupid?
What about those? Better than nothing, right?
Oh no, it's gonna get negative Tifa points. There's 5 of you guys, grab all the things. Oh my god. Then again, why should we assume that the Condor... Well, the old man, the Condor specialist, did talk about hunting. I regret doing my stupid Morgan Zanon thing and taking the least... Oh shit, I thought he was gonna jump all the way down into the water. The least plausible thing. Alright, since we're here, let's go all the way there. But before that, y'all, I'm gonna take a really quick break. 2-3 minutes tops, I'll be right back. And we're back! You'll feed him greens? I know, yes. It's fucking ridiculous. But that's the thing. That was my thinking with this. Is, you know, like, it's my stupid OCD of trying to, like, do everything, do all the side, you know, content first, and see as much dialogue as possible. Like, you know how when you're exploring a dungeon and there's the very obvious path forward and then there's the secondary path, you'll go to the secondary path first precisely because it's obvious that that's not where you're supposed to go. I was honestly expecting that if I picked the wrong option, something would happen and then I'd get to pick the right option, which I feel like was obviously the cow. So that's why I picked the fucking greens, you know. I went for the stupidest option, and now I feel like I'm gonna take the greens back to the old guy who really wants to feed his Condor. And the worst is that, you know, most of these side quests have like one character associated with it, and I feel like depending on my choices during the side quest, Cloud's relationship with that character evolves, you know, more or less. I feel like it's always a positive if you do side content, but probably the amount of positiveness depends on well, your choices. And this is a Tifa quest, so it's the one quest I really did not want to fuck up. And I think I just did. Ah, well, you know, first playthrough. That's alright. That's alright. Alright, let's go to the Fort Condor. And I think we might be able to actually move forward a bit with the story tonight. We've got an hour and a half to go. Oh, treasure chest! Not at all. What is that? What the fuck is that? It's a treasure chest. It's a cache. I love caches. Alright, 2 ether onions. Uh-oh. No, we're back. We're back. Lost you guys for a minute there. Not a minute, thank fuck. A second. 3 seconds. At least 3. We're missing a treasure chest. Can you climb this bell? No. And this, we're out of the cache. Oh. Right under my nose. Miss seeds. Kinda shitty for a cache, but... Alright, where's the Fort Condor? Fun up there, obviously. I remember when I was a kid, real young, less than 9 for sure. That's my upper bound. Less than 8 actually. Yeah, I was 8 when we moved. And so we were playing in one of my friends. I'm talking about Manonzier. She had a, what do you call it, a sandbox, like a literal sandbox, right? Like in her garden, she had this little thingy with a bunch of sand in it, so that we could play, you know, like build castles and shit. You know, the shit you make children do in sand. Like keep your kids busy at the beach type deal, but right in her garden. So anyway, we'd, you know, like wet the sand a little bit and then make shapes out of them. And I remember one of our most common shapes was that we tried to like make chocobos. So it was like chickens. I mean, you know, it was kids trying to build things out of sand, so it was probably nothing much, but we'd try and make like a little sand chocobo, and then we'd like, you know, use our finger to dig a hole in their brain, and then we'd go and capture bugs. I don't know how you call them in English, but gendarme in French. There's like red and black bugs with a very intricate design on their back, and so we'd catch one. Well, my friend Manon would do it because I was afraid of bugs, so I didn't want one in my hands, but you know, she was totally fine with it. So she'd catch one, and then we'd stick it in the brain hole, and then we'd like, this is a horrible fucking story, we'd put sand on top of it, right? And we're all like, you know, oh, this is the our thinking was, we take a living being, and that way our sand chocobo is going to actually, like, you know, come to life. Know that we brought life to it. Which is all kinds of fucked up, and just how cruel and fucking specious and terrible kids can be. I'm actually not sure that, you know, an insect would die if you buried it beneath, you know, slightly wet sand, but still not a cool thing to do, but you know. But interesting thing though, is that I feel like I remember, but again, I'm talking about a memory that I think I have from when I was less than 8 years old. Possibly a lot less than 8, so... who knows, you know. No, I do want to climb down and then back up again. But I feel like accessing this memory right now, which is something I haven't done in years, so grain of salt and all that, but still, I feel like back then we had this deep, you know, like certainty, not a belief, you know, like we really thought our little magic fucking routine, whatever you call it, you know, would work. Like it all made sense in our minds, you know. We built this beautiful creature out of sand, and then we're putting life in it, so now the thing is gonna come to life. And I'm sure you'll have memories like that of when you play as a child and it's just, you know, the boundary between roleplay and just having fun and, you know, play pretending, and reality is just, it's a lot thinner than it is for us people. When I play D&D with my friends, I don't expect to, like, suddenly wake up in the body of my character, right? I like how I'm saying this like it's not painfully obvious, but you know what I'm saying. Whereas I feel like I remember as a child that, yeah, things, you know, those lines were a lot blurrier. I really thought when I did stuff like that, like, oh, we're gonna make ourselves a chocobo, that, yeah, I actually believed that it would awaken that we were building a chocobo. We're not just playing, fooling around, pretending we were going to create a chocobo. We were actually creating a chocobo. And, you know, the percentage of hope that the minute we buried this poor creature alive, like something else would arise. You know, it was non-zero, but like it was really far from zero. It was a big part of the fun was feeling like anything could happen. And I feel like more broadly speaking, like having watched my nieces and nephew, well, I'm still doing that, but watching my nieces and nephew grow up through those very early stages of life and nice. Crow's Camp. So just to be perfectly clear here, guys, we are looting the like cool hippie people that are anti-Shinra. Like they hid all this stuff here and we just kind of like stumble upon it and steal their shit. Cool. Yeah, watching my nieces and nephews. This is one of the things that struck me most, is that they have such a different relationship to what is real and what is not. You know, most obviously and maybe not noticeably through the when playing, but even beyond that, you know, I feel like, you know, one thing that adults love poking fun at is how gullible children are until a certain age, right? Well, you can make them believe essentially anything, and we're always like, you stupid kid, of course not. But, you know, is it being gullible, or is it just being open to, you know, the notion that reality is a lot more complex, that, you know, a lot more shit can happen than what your sad little twisted fucking, you know, brainwashed adult mind can conceive.
Preparations complete and standing by. You may proceed when ready, Cloud.
We head back in there. It'll mean going up against the captain one more time.
Let's rip him a new one. Alright. So, let's go. Let's see how it goes. Let's have that sweet, powerful open-mindedness that children have.
Is this the captain's empire?
Many moons have passed. Far too many to recall since my search began. Yet my treasure still eludes. Naught I've gleaned but loneliness. What are you doing?
Stay back!
We won't let anyone harm the captain. Rest assured, we won't hold back.
Fine. If it's a fight you want, you got it.
I'm sorry, ZA. But shit, they're making it sound like it's like the final, you know, final boss, final encounter type shit. And that in turn has me worried. Excuse me. Let's see. Because I was assuming that this minigame, you know, would follow us throughout the whole game. But maybe not. Maybe there are like regional minigames. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so we want a whole bunch of reds. What are you doing? That works. Whatever. Yeah, maybe like Fort Condor is actually limited. Oh, this motherfucker is going to ignore my troops and come right here. That's alright. Don't worry about it. You fight on the front and you take care of the dog. Good. Good people. Nice. Motherfucker. Gonna need a ranger here. Or an elite ranger. Yeah, so like I was saying before, Fort Condor is a minigame in OG. That you can actually return, that you should return to. That's what we'll be doing in our OG playthrough together throughout the game. But it is located geographically in one precise spot. And that spot is where we're at right now in Rebirth. So I'm thinking that maybe Fort Condor is, you know, like, there will be no more Fort Condor after this. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, should I bring Cloud in now? I feel like I have the upper end, but then I feel like he's got a lot more shit coming my way. Fuck it. Go on, Cloud. Nice. I may give him a healer. We're gonna put old Trebuchet here. And try and get Tifa in the mix. Probably want as much blue as possible. Good thing Cloud's a blue. Let's give him more healers. I really don't want to lose Cloud. What do we have here? Got a red. That calls for a ranger. We're doing alright. We're doing alright. Cloud's fucking dying though. Well, let's get Tifa in. Never mind Cloud. Yes. Another healer. And Tifa! Boom! That's what I'm talking about. What in fuck is that gigantic fucking... Oh my god! No. Bad doggo! You stop him. Oh my god, fuck shit. Yeah, ranger here in defense. We're still alright. Huh. I think we're winning this. Are my trebuchets too close and they're actually not hitting the fucking thing? No, it's still got bad shit. Oh, it changed color, that motherfucker. Oh, I still beat it! Against the 8. That was pretty short, right? First try and shit. Was that the one that Andy was talking about?
Back where it belongs.
Gargle, gargle, gar.
Time's up for this world. And everyone in it.
Yeah. But hey, at least we can say we went out with a bang.
We sure did. It was fun while it lasted. Thanks for playing with us, friends. May we meet again on the field of battle. Someday.
Well, if we can find the time.
Huh.
Welcome back. And splendid work, everyone.
Thanks.
The Fort Condor anomaly appears to have vanished, along with the captain. Which, unfortunately, means I cannot ascertain his true identity.
Great.
At the last we'll see of the cavalry?
Not necessarily. I've devised an alternative. Though, I am sure my efforts will pale in comparison to that of their captains. allow me to present an upgraded model of Fort Condor. By optimizing the combat simulator's OS for the game's internal processor, I've increased the unit's cognitive function and operational freedom. Provided they accept the optional update, that is.
Fort Condor Hard Mode. Hard Mode. Thanks to Chadley's update, Hard Mode is now available in Fort Condor, perfect for those in want of a serious challenge.
Next time we see him, I hope we're fighting on the same side.
Here, man. You hang on to this. Just make sure to keep it safe, alright?
So it's kind of both, right? I feel like... Woo! We've done all the Chadley side content, y'all. Captain's Protocol. Are we gonna get a Gilgamesh cutscene? Please tell me we're getting a Gilgamesh cutscene. Yeah. Is that Kugane?
An untethered soul. Adrift in the void of time. This bridge is make fast.
Captain?
Captain?
The singular item that you now hold is possessed of a power beyond your ken. You will deliver it unto me.
No.
Ha. Very well. Then I shall take it from you by force! Ah, you are indeed a worthy warrior. I saw it plain, and never does my judgment err. So it comes to this.
Oh, nice. The music we're hearing is a rework of the original Gilgamesh theme from FF5. Weird. Alright. So I feel like...
Cloud? Cloud! Oh, thank goodness. I was so worried.
What just...
I was unable to locate you, albeit for only a moment. If something had happened to you because of me,
Nothing happened. I'm fine.
Right. My apologies. I let my emotions get the better of me.
Rattled you, huh? Could it be you got a soft spot for Soldier Boy here?
Annoyance response triggered. Cause? Barrett's mocking tone of voice.
Anyway, don't worry about it. Been in much worse situations than that before.
Very well. Regardless, I will do what I can to improve security measures.
Alright, so we unlocked the hard mode. That sounds like, you know, pure Chadley side content with no lore. So ZA, you're, you know, you're fine. You should not have to suffer through watching me play more Fort Condor, because I feel like I can do all that off stream now. That being said, was that the end of it? Are we gonna, you know, catch Gilgamesh again further down? I do feel like there will be no more Fort Condor, other than the hard mode in Chadley's version of it, or whatever. Which also, you know, brings up, like, typical, they're not philosophical, they're like thought experiment, what do you call it, like, nerdy, you know, sci-fi thought experiment type shit about, are you yourself if you make a perfect copy of yourself and all that, like, you know, Tifa was genuinely worried about those people, because they were people, right, that we met, that had, you know, free will only as a result of Gilgamesh's, whatever, magic power thing. And Chad was all like, oh yeah, I recreated them. Then there was the little like meta joke about they'll need to agree to the you know, terms and conditions and shit, haha. But you know, are the little characters that Chadley created? He's created May. Again, I've rescinded my theory that May was himself an alter ego and stuff. I think it's a genuine AI, so he can create sentient AIs. What he's done is just created a sentient AI, maybe training it on what those people were, but those people were here, you know, magically or whatever, but like, they were people, right? They had, I don't know about souls, but you know what I mean? They were actual, you know, living things that felt things that makes them people to me. And the fact that he's recreated them but different and like with more cognitive abilities, I'm not sure that's them, Chad. I'm not sure we didn't just kill them all by chasing Gilgamesh out of the fourth underworld. I'll shut up. Let's give the poor old man fucking greens because I'm stupid. But
oh, you're back. Hope it wasn't too much trouble.
You can put the food right over there. Thank you.
Are those greens? I can't say I've ever seen it feast on anything except meat, but...
Instructions unclear, old man. You ruined a perfectly healthy bird. Come on, Condor.
Gotta say, it's kinda nice, looking up and seeing a blue sky.
Beats a steel one, that's for sure.
Though at least with the steel sky you know your limits. Out here, it's endless. I kinda get what Aerith was saying now.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey, look!
No, that's a condor, motherfucker.
What a sight. I never dreamed I'd be able to see it up close like this.
Oh, wait. We have to get a photograph. Grab the camera.
Yes, sir.
Come on. Gather around, everyone. Quickly, quickly.
Say cheese. Oh.
What the?
What?
So, snap any good shots?
I hope so. It just showed up. I could barely hold my camera.
Really? Couldn't tell from a shot like this.
Tifa is so nice and kind and benevolent.
Well, I haven't looked this happy since I was a lad. It's precious moments like these that make Condor watching so exhilarating. You never know what to expect. Well, Scouts, let's finish writing up today's report and start preparing for our next fateful encounter.
Sir!
And hopefully next time we'll be able to snap a clear picture of that bird.
Sir, Miss, I'd like you to have this as a souvenir.
Nice face, Cloud.
I'm so... Alright. So, we could have gotten a better picture if I hadn't been stupid about the food I brought back the Condor, but you know, all's well that ends well. And Tifa is such a great, wonderful person. I feel better for... I keep talking about, you know, who my favorite characters were when I was a kid and who they are now, and you know, I feel weird about Tifa, kind of, about having become a Tifa fanboy in my old age. But you know, scenes like these just make me like feel okay about it. She is pretty great. She's a wonderful person. Where's my blurry Condor photograph? It's kind of adorable. A photograph of a dark smudge, presumably the Great Condor. Alright, so I guess I'll need to play through this game not twice, but 3 times, so I can get all 3 Condor photographs.
I blew it again.
No!
Just like I always do. I really am.
You're great, photographer.
But that ends today. Next time
yes.
I'm gonna snap the perfect shot.
I'm gonna next time I'll bring you food that makes it easier for you to like get the condor in focus and all that.
Just seeing a condor up close like that. My heart is pounding. Although it's strange for the condor to. I'd hate to think fiends have been messing with its food supply. Poor bird's got enough. I've never had the privilege of.
I wonder if.
We haven't had a sighting like that in who knows how long. And it's all thanks to you. You know, I ought to get a nice frame for that photograph. We haven't had a sighting like that in...
And that's what, remember, I was wondering what this little tomb thing was for. It was so we could put up the... It was a... what do you call it? Shit. Hotel. The thing where you put the... I'm gonna just hard save before we go forward. The thing where you put like sacrifices and shit when you're worshipping. It doesn't have to be sacrifices, it could be incense or many other things. There's a specific name for that. Right. Junon. No, not the Junon checkpoint, the Angler storage. Alright friends, we're all done with the side content. Well, not really, we have a couple of things to tie up in Under Junon, but for that we need to walk into Under Junon, which means probably we'll move forward with the main story a little bit. We'll still have an hour together, y'all. I think we can both clear up the side content and maybe even get started on the rest of the story. I, for one, I'm really happy with everything we've done tonight, but again, like Easy, for instance, I know you... Thank you! Yes! Shrine! Thank you, ZA. Exactly the word I was looking for. This little shrine thing was actually for the condor, I guess. And yeah, you know, we got some Gilgamesh lore. Like the fact that he can bring sentience to, you know, a toy. We got some Queen's Blood lore. Kill the Mind Flayer. Not much lore there, but you know, recurring enemy in Final Fantasy.
Hey, what were you thinking sending Sam back alone like that?
He even needed us
Sammy's
in
our
the first
dog.
place. Your mother'd give Stamp a run for his money.
So, how's my son? Seem okay?
Yeah.
You gonna stand there and pretend this wasn't all about Claire and her bun in the oven? Apple didn't fall far from this stubborn-ass tree. That's for damn sure.
Wouldn't know about that. And if you're done making wisecracks, I got work to do. You did a good job today, boy. Someone's getting extra pets.
Is that all the resolution we're gonna get for this family?
Do you think it's gonna be a little boy or a little girl? I bet you can't wait to find out either, can you, Sam?
So she's obviously not mad about her grandchild to be.
You did a good job today,
Am I...
boy. Someone's
You know,
getting
is it an
extra
issue of
pets.
reading comprehension? Which, you know, has happened before. I don't understand why they're estranged. She's anti-Shinra. She sent us on a fool's errand just so that she could have news of her kid and daughter-in-law and future grandchild. So, you know, she's not mad at them. But then the kid didn't sound like he was mad at his mom at all. What happened?
Time moving on. And the light here. The way it bounces.
Jesus snaps. Did you guys get it? What did I miss? Why are they not talking?
Hey there. Thank you for tracking down that spot. Quite the view you captured. Good going. Association was impressed too. Bumped you up a rank. Your technique isn't exactly where it needs to be, but you've got promise, that's for sure. If you can develop your talents more, I guarantee you'll go places.
Sure. I just love pictures, snaps, that's me. Wanna see my blurry condor picture? I've already done it. I've nothing to share.
Back in the day, it was lousy with the oil, coal.
All right.
Get it! No, fuck you, Chad. I'm resting for a minute, then we're going down to the docks. We've got the quest with the kid that changing his friends into frogs and shit to wrap up. And then we've got one QB. She said that her son was not a good boy, didn't she? Yeah, I don't remember the details, but you know, she essentially implied that they were not talking anymore and that he lives in the crow's nest now, but that she lives here. And you know, she did all that shit like, oh, I like my dog more than I like my son or whatever. Then we met the son, and the first thing we learn about him is that he's about to be a parent. So I assumed that both were related. Oh no, did I lose the frog battle? No, report to Finn.
Another day in a life.
So I thought, you know, it was some sort of, yeah, like the reason for her saying her son was not a good boy was he went and got a girl pregnant or some shit. But apparently not, because she seems very excited about being a grandma. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand what the issue is. And it can't possibly be, or, yeah, no, maybe it's that. Is that she feels like her way of fighting Shinra is more, you know, like better than her kids. But if it's that, it's kind of cheap, isn't it? Like, it makes Ronda a, I don't know. I'm really unsure. I feel like I've missed something. Or maybe we'll get some more. We're still here, right? We're still in Junon, so who knows? Maybe we'll get more info on that whole side story.
Think you two can handle it?
Oh right, it was a mini game. Can I try it one more time, ZA? Just once. And if I fail again, it's just that, you know, quest completion requires me to get at least the rank 1, which I'm sure we can do. Oh yeah, it was the Fall Guys game. We can definitely do that. Ribbit. 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 Alright, where's the big one? Oh shit, oh shit. This is bad, this is bad, this is bad. We good, this is good. No! Motherfucker! I can do it. I can do the 30 seconds and then we can finish the quest before we move on with the main story. Also, the music is amazing, y'all! Why are all the... alright. Oh, I guess if you stay further away, you see it coming from further away. I need to check my 6. I think I can do one more. Yes. Boom, motherfucker. God damn it. Look at this shit! $29.99! Oh, this is fun, but Fort Condor isn't? It's just cause you're French, ZA. You see frogs, you're happy. Also, I could try following the other guys. Alright. I got time. Boom! 30 seconds! Oh, nice. This really is fucking Fall Guys. I got this, motherfuckers. Alright. Hopefully this will be enough to...
It's pretty fun, right?
Yeah, it's alright, Finn.
Played worse.
Anyway, thanks again for your help. You can come back again if you want.
You look like you were having fun.
Ribbit.
I could get used to it.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far.
Ribbit.
Hey! Ribbit.
Ribbit.
And we got extra points with Tifa, ZA, so it was all worth it, right? That was adorable, and I like it. It's because hey, you know, if you guys remember, like they're having issues, and you know, not the easy kind. Like they remember shit differently from what went down 5 years ago, and you know, Tifa remembers him abandoning her, and he remembers her being dead, and him being Cloud. He's all like, you know, you're dead and I'm right, obviously. So it was rough. Like they really went through a rough patch, and you know, just them having fun like this, it warms my heart. Which is funny, because I was just talking earlier about how much I love Tifa, and I'm more and more willing to accept that. And you'll know I'm not all that fond of Cloud as a person. Even though he's got, obviously, you know, he's got a lot of excuses for, you know, he's got issues, and anybody in his shoes would have. But that being said, you know, like, I don't know, I'm not a big fan of the guy, what can I say? So I shouldn't care that they get along, right? If anything, it'd be best for Tifa if she could just fucking, yeah, stop caring about this motherfucker. But I don't know, it still makes me happy that they're getting along better. Midgard Stormer, when allied and enemy cards are destroyed, raise this card's power by 1. Alright, I thought somebody who had that card. But no, let's keep it at that. And so I should not say this, but I feel like this is gonna go a lot better, because I've understood some shit, and I redid my deck, and it's a lot better now. But let's see. No selling the bear's hide before you kill it. Is that a phrase in English too? I guess it makes sense even if it isn't like a common idiom. I really want to build a Queen's Blood, you know, like board in real life, and I told my friend Alex about it. You'll have seen him on stream before. He's Kogona 2 on Twitch, and I'm sure we can do such a beautiful fucking, you know, thing with that idea. And I don't know, I really want to see what it feels like playing with another human being, because I do love that game. I love it. Oh shit, I need to So one thing you might notice if you were here last week when I kept losing, that I'm doing very differently compared to what I used to do, is that I am hold on just a second, I need to think about this. Fuck. That's alright. Supposedly the Chocobo and Moogle raise power by 1 for each other enhanced light card. So right now this would mean 1 tops, maybe 2. So ideally you would want to play it later. Oh. There we go. That's a plan. Yeah, we got this. We essentially won, I think, unless I really screw up now. Oh, he's actually gonna win the top row. Won't matter, because I got the bottom one. So yeah, I'm playing a lot more. I'm focusing more on the pawns than the cards now, like the positions. And mostly the one thing I feel that totally changed in the way I play, and that's actually very, I was gonna say chess-like, but nice. This one I'm gonna want in my deck.
Goodness me, this makes you the one that got away. Serves me right for looking down on you just because you're young. Queen's blood is a lot like fishing, you know? Gotta be patient, wait for the right moment, then reel 'em in. Time it wrong, and you'll be watching your victory swim away. Just look what happened to me. Guess I had a bigger catch on my hands than I thought. I should have been more careful.
So yeah. I used to, you know, try and take all the variables into account kind of at the same time, which... Oh, wait, there's one more QB player somewhere in the region. Right there. God. This is endless, EA. It's gonna be all side content and minigames tonight again. Yeah, and so what I've learned, practicing off stream, is that at least right now my strategy is to focus first on the pawns and like essentially so when there's a pawn and another player plays a card that, you know, is supposed to put a... Oh no, because that's in upper. So it is for later. All right, we can move on with the main story.
My friends, I represent the anti-Shinra forces. We're recruiting for Crows Against Shinra.
I love you guys. Who are we supposed to go see again? Oh yeah, Priscilla. She's a dolphin girl. So yeah, what I've learned and what I've been, you know, using now to play is that, so since when you play a card that that is supposed to put a pawn on a square where your opponent already has a pawn, what happens is it swaps that pawn or those pawns color. And what this means is just like, you know, like very low level chess realization is the thing where you don't want to make the move. Maybe it's more with Go than with chess, but I think most of those games have the same kind of like, it's not a mechanic, it's just a way of thinking about things where you don't want to make the move that will allow the other player to make a better move, if that makes any sense. And, you know, I feel like, again, I'm shit at chess, but the rare times where I've played chess with people about my level, we always do that shit where, you know, you get tons of pawns kind of like all in a diagonal with each other, or those sort of things where like you've got 17, you know, fucking pieces that can attack the same square, and nobody makes a move because they know that the second they make a move, like shit's gonna go down. Many, you know, regular board games kind of have the same thing where like you get, you know, in terms of just how good you are at the game, as soon as you start just thinking about that of like, oh, this is like, this opens the shitstorm, and so I should prepare for the shitstorm, but never make the shitstorm move. And that allows you to, you know, like, kind of get to another meta level, and then as soon as you play against players who do the same thing, nobody's ever going to make an opening move, and then it becomes like a game of attrition of who's going to make the opening move. Anyway, I feel like with QB there very much is that. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but essentially what I do now is I never put a card that is going to place a green pawn immediately in front of a red pawn, because that's when they play it and eat your position. And then, unless you have funky cards that allow you to go behind enemy lines and shit, which I don't yet at this stage, and most of my opponents don't, you know, like, you essentially give up on that line. So you only play, you know, like, you always give up on the line temporarily when there's just the one free square between the two colored pawns. That way, they're the ones who make the first move, you eat them, and then they can't play on that line again, except for funky cards again. I don't know if that made any sense. I should have tried and explained that while the board was up. I'm sorry, y'all. Anyway, alright, we've got 45 minutes. That's not too bad. And we can actually play the game. Let's move on with the main story. Let's go talk to Priscilla. I'll shut up.
Hey, you guys!
We talked to Yuffie. She said that you could show us a way to get up top.
Sure, I'd be happy to. Although, Yuffie's the one who found it. And according to her, that tanker's the quickest and easiest way into the city. See that? That booth up there is the control room.
So we can repurpose this ship as an elevator. Someone lowers and sends it back up, along with the others.
Problem is, how are we supposed to get to the controls?
High voltage?
Yep. It should just say, no climbing.
So we're stuck.
Not with Mr. Dolphin. You wouldn't believe what he can do. Like when we met.
see, I was out taking a swim all on my lonesome. At least I thought I was alone. But then, squeak, squeak, I hear this funny noise.
That's great and all, but we're in a hurry.
Hey!
We're sorry, really. But we'll make sure to come back as soon as we're done. You can finish your story then. How does that sound?
Okay, promise. Never done it before? My arm, your arm, bam!
Oh, gotcha.
Ah, it's like a fist bump, but it's an arm bump.
Alright then, now what?
Now we ask Mr. Dolphin to get you up. With his help, it'll be a cinch. Okay, which one of you wants to go flying?
Got you written all over it, Merc.
You do have a special connection to Mr. Dolphin, Cloud.
It's me.
Great. Just let me know when you're ready to go.
We ready to go, Priscilla? No, wait, I'm sorry, just a second. I'm gonna hard save.
Okay?
Yes. Again, advice from my streamer friend Andy. I will say no more, but if you've played OG, you probably know what I have in mind right now.
All good to go?
Yep. Alright. Bye, guys! I'm gonna go fly on Dolphin back. This game is the best. Can't we swim a bit faster though? Mr. Dolphin? Are you okay? You don't have to do this if you don't want to. You can find like a grappling gun or some shit. Jumping with Mr. Dolphin. Oh my god, it's another minigame. ZA is gonna lose her shit. I'm sorry, ZA. Steer Mr. Dolphin into the beach balls he loves so much to get him excited and speed up. Oh, and suspicious minigame as well. Yay! If you are swimming fast enough by the time you reach the goal, he will be able to launch Cloud up to the control room. I can steer, or I can perform sharp turns with R2. Alright.
Come on, Cloud! You got this!
Who put up all those arrows and shit? What the fuck is that? Explain that. Oh, maybe Yuffie did, I guess. Alright, where are the balls? Oh shit, okay, here are the balls. 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 Ha! This is actually kind of fun. Whoosh. I'm drifting! Shit, sorry Mr. Dolphin. Where are them balls? Oh, you can jump over these? Alright then. Balls. Nice. And balls. Oh shit. Oh shit, I was reading the chat. I'm such an idiot. Ninja Girl is not here. No, Yuffie is already up top, ZA. She was all like, oh, you know, if you don't get caught by Shinra and shit, I'll be upstairs and waiting for your help. Paraphrasing, but that was the gist of it. So she's already up top, but she is, you know, hoping for us to come and help her out. I can't believe I did the hard part and then I failed at the QT. But yeah, if I succeed in the dolphin mini game, we should meet Ninja Girl right up you know, up down, I guess, in Upper Junon. At least that's what I expect to happen. I expect will happen. Where's them balls? I'm sorry, Mr. Dolphin. Shit, my poor dolphin friend, even your name is specious. Who the fuck calls a dolphin Mr. Dolphin? That is offensive. say. That's what I'm talking about. It's alright, we got this. I feel like this was actually a closer call than it was on my first try. I might be wrong. Alright. No, Zia, are you kidding? It's not your bad at all, it's me. I should... It's literally what this whole thing is about. It's my job. I'm supposed to be, you know, not look at the chat and... Actually, so what happened... Since I got through the, you know, like, speedy part thing, and there was a QT, I thought it was just the one, and I literally checked the chat because I thought it was fine. If you know what I mean. Like, it was a mistake on my part, not yours at all. Please do not be sorry. We did it! It's alright. It was fun anyway, right? The dolphin theme was fun, so all good. Let's go meet Ninja Girl. Yes. Lower the boat, Cloud. This is so discreet, like stealth, fucking nice, you guys. No way Shinra's gonna see anything coming. I honestly would have... I'm not saying this like I'm so good at minigames or anything, but like, I would have done it on the first try if I did not stop looking at the screen, honestly. Like, the QTE part is the easy part, right?
Your ride's right here. The ship's not far, so you'll be there in no time.
If we don't sink on the way.
Careful! You've been a huge help, Priscilla. No prob. Well, guys and girls, and, dog, I'll see you later. Have fun!
Hey, Mark! We're good to go down here!
So, fun fact, y'all. Fun Final Fantasy fact. In fact, so, you know, we already. Hey, beautiful people. Yep. What does it look called? PC. What's not PC like politically correct? PC like. Piss. I want to take a piss. Pissy? PC? PC? How do you pronounce that word? P-I-S-S-Y. Wait, didn't we kill Darkstar? Rufus's dog. Why is it back?
Can hunt!
Let's go kill those motherfuckers.
Ah, there you are.
Let's move.
Let's move. Yeah, so what's up with Rufus having a Dark Star? So Dark Star, you know that little like purple dog-like creature that was that came out of the helicopter along with Rufus?
Okay, time to win that commendation.
Excuse me, do you know who I am? I kill people like you for a living. Wanna fight? It's like, I'm actually happy that I get to spare you guys, but... Hello? You want a commendation, motherfucker? Maybe, like... I don't know. Read the notes. Look at this.
Wow.
Yep.
Less security than I thought.
More worried about the parade?
Guess things have changed. They got higher priorities.
Personally, I think that's a good thing.
The city's size, on the other hand. The robed men won't be easy to find.
They're definitely not here. Let's head into town.
We're not... Wait, you guys. Plan A is not help Yuffie kill those motherfuckers? You're still hoping to find Mako junkies? Like... How would they even get up there? What is wrong with you people?
We cannot let Midgar win. Not on our own home turf.
What? What are you talking about, bro? Cannot let Midgar win? Who the fuck are you? You're
Not let Midgar win. Not on our own home turf.
He's talking about like the international QB games or some shit? I do love the whoa. I love everything about this. Sorry.
Idea what that is?
The highway. Shinra's pride and joy. The fastest, most advanced airship in the fleet.
Screw the boat. Let's take that.
Unless you got a trained crew and piloting skills we don't know about, we're sticking with the boat.
That's too bad. Would have been perfect.
Yeah.
Beggars can't be choosers.
I like Barrett so goddamn much though. This is like Shinra's flagship. You know what? Let's take that. Oh, look at all those stupid motherfuckers. Alright, so. If Jessie was there, she could have blown the whole thing up. Fuck yeah. I wish Jessie was here. Is Jessie okay? Where is side content, y'all? Where is main content? This looks like main content. Oh, interesting. We can jump over that. This looks like treasure area, right? Green treasure. What are you guys talking about? How you doing?
That's the ticket. Much better than yesterday. I don't think I've got anything more to add. Hmm? Do you need elevators just over there if you want to get back to town?
Okay, thank you.
Do we have to go to that social for the Midgar units?
Okay, that's why he was being all fuck Midgar. They are Shinra employees from another place.
I tell you, I never get tired of looking at that butte.
Okay, let's go check out the other side then.
Rufus Shinra is a total haunt.
Rufus Shinra is a total haunt. That's interesting though. That was... I should not presume, but it sounded like a female Shinra trooper. You know, I have this whole thing about, it's interesting that we've never seen a female soldier.
This is pathetic. I've never seen such a sorry performance.
It is pretty terrible, you guys. What the fuck?
Can't you see I'm in the middle of something here? If you want to check out the parade, take the elevator down. Can't you see I'm in the middle?
Yeah. Whatever. How does nobody recognize us? We're back. Let's you guys for a minute. Second. There's like a fucking bounty on our head. Like, Rhonda saw us. And she was right... Why should we not get any closer? What are they doing? I don't understand. What are they doing? Why are they all crouching? What the fuck is happening? This is weird, right, people? It's not just me. Like, what is that? Oh my. Alright. Let's keep on exploring. And then, alright, so... Is it just that there's too many of them and we feel like there's a higher chance of them realizing who we are? This is weird. I'm confused at those invisible walls. Also, these like heavy bombers look kind of like the Star Wars Episode 1 thingies that the Druid army uses to attack Naboo one day. Okay, so that seems to be what's going on, is that we're okay with talking to a small group of them, but if there's too many, then we figure one of them will have read the weekly Shinra public security memo and know that we are like fucking Midgar's most wanted #1. Alright. To each their own. Weird but fair. Let's take the elevator. Dun, dun, dun.
Have you seen the engines on the Highwind? That baby's got 4 of them, each with their own cooling unit. She's a modern marvel. Think of the raw
Still wondering about the gender of Shinra security officer.
You've all worked your asses off for this. And
Do we have to go to that social for the
word of advice, do not piss off Director Heidegger.
I'm gonna shoot him in the head, so who cares if it's pissed off?
I'm so nervous that I couldn't sleep a wink last night.
No disturbances to report in either sector.
Good. What about the passengers?
We checked their IDs and screened all their luggage, sir. There was nothing out of the ordinary.
Excellent. Now remember, the whole world will be watching the events here today. We cannot afford any mistakes. Don't forget what happened in Midgard.
Sir!
You must remain vigilant at all times.
Sir!
I'm really excited about this whole thing, like, they are, you know, Shinra people, but not from Midgard, or at least a sizable amount of them is, because we've met 2 people being all like, yo, fuck the Midgard units. So where are they from? Could they all be Junon locals?
No, we'll leave them be. For now. Enter.
An emissary from Wutai is here, sent by Viceroy Saruth.
Oh?
He introduced himself as Colonel Glenn Locke.
Oh my fucking god! Zach Glenn. Oh my fucking god.
I thought you were dead.
Then you thought right. Let's cut to the chase, Mr. President. The Viceroy and your late father had big plans. I assume you intend to carry them out?
Until you run after the CTA.
Correct.
You're not supposed to know, don't worry.
That's good to hear. Some people just don't have the stomach for war. And this battle for the Magnus Materia demands commitment from both Wutai and Shinra.
Thank you. I'm aware. But my father is dead, which changes the equation. A new vision is required.
You always did prefer to march to the beat of your own drum. This new vision include your fairy tale promised land? You Shinras, you take and you take, you never give back. Left to you, this world would end up an empty husk. But war can put things right. Beget anger, desolation, hatred, and in its wake, new unity. A people rejuvenated. The planet once more made whole. What we're doing's for the greater good. Just gotta know when to ease off the gas.
Now listen.
You started this, remember? No more playing the idle heir. You have obligations to fulfill. Let's give the people what they deserve. Oh, right. Before I leave, a message from the Viceroy. Congratulations on your inauguration, Mr. President. Shinra has a bright future.
Whoa, shit. Alright, so much happening right now. And I need to plug in my, don't worry about it, I'm still here with you guys. Alright, so, who's that? That's a very fair question, ZA. So, Glenn Lodbrok is a character from... You know how Ever Crisis, the third version of the game, that was initially released on mobile, now also a Steam version, that we have played once on stream together, doing the OG story, and we'll play this Sunday. Well, like I told you guys, and I keep talking about this game because I fucking love it. Again, Ever Crisis is the reason I started this whole project. The way Ever Crisis works is that there's several, you know, they release stories that happen within the Final Fantasy VII like greater universe on a per chapter basis. So there's of course the main FF7 story that is, according to Nomura, that's what I was talking about in the intro. I'm getting excited about. I feel like maybe it's starting to diverge. You know, yet another timeline, which just retells the same story as 7 and like OG7 and Remake/Rebirth, and apparently even within Remake/Rebirth there are all different timelines, you know. Yet another one of these. Then they have another take on Crisis Core, the prequel with Zack that we've glimpsed briefly as the main character. And the third story that is currently ongoing in Ever Crisis is called First Soldier, and is a brand new story that they've written specifically for Ever Crisis. That is even more of a prequel. It takes place, I believe it's 18 years before the events of the main games. And so Glenn is one of the characters in that story. I don't want to say any more, but it is so... I fucking love what just happened. I'm sorry, this is very much nerd-like. I guess you have to have played Ever Crisis to be excited about what we just saw. No, I'm sorry. To be excited about the name drop, like Glenn Lodbrok, and I kind of lost my shit. I realize it means nothing to you guys. Also, it makes me rethink my whole plan for the channel and when we're gonna play what. I want to play First Soldier with you guys much sooner now, so this scene can have all the... I want to talk the fuck out about Glenn and what happened to him in the 18 years between the Glenn I know from that game I played and the one we just saw now. But let's leave that aside. Forget that I know more about this character than you do, and let's just talk about what we just saw here. Actually, let me just put since I'm I really love the vibes that we got here. So there's that weird scene. I don't know if you had the same interpretation as I did, but it very much looked like, Rufus thinks that he shot Glenn in the back of his head, and he was all like, "Are you alive?" And Glenn was all like, "No." And, this whole scene was like Rufus being scared of Glenn, right? Now, this was obviously not an OG, since Glenn is I'm almost positive he was created for Ever Crisis. So, even Glenn appeared, at least in the order that the games were released in, Glenn appeared after Remake came out and before Rebirth. So this is very much, there was no way this could be, this character could exist, but the fact that he's Glenn only makes sense through the lens of Ever Crisis, which again was released 6 months ago. And so the fact that there's this counter power to Rufus, he's supposed to be, okay, Sephiroth is obviously bad guy number one, and we don't really know what the fuck is going on with him, but our main deal now is let's find Sephiroth and deal with him. But also fuck Shinra, right? This is Barrett's whole thing, this is my whole thing, fuck Shinra. Rufus is the new Shinra president, he seems even worse than his old man, again, Yuffie was all like, I'm gonna kill the motherfucker, and I'm down, let's go help her. But even this motherfucker, he's the head of the corporation that, rules over most of the world, if not the entire world. A corporation that has won wars against, a whole republic and whatever Wutai was before they went there and fucked things up and shit. And this person, who's not even the... Alright, so I'm sorry, there's a lot of assuming on my part here, but, they introduced him as a representative for the Wutai government, and at first I was all like, Yuffie? But no, then we're all about the Viceroy, and I feel like, there's the... So, again, this is me theorizing, I don't know that I'm right about this, but my reading, with all the info we've gotten so far, Remake and Rebirth only, is... there was a war between Wutai and Shinra. Shinra won, or there's a ceasefire, is what, we know from dialogue. There's a ceasefire, and I feel like the Viceroy is the, head of government for Wutai that was put there by, the parts of the terms of the ceasefire, I assume, was that this person would be in charge. The Viceroy is essentially the Shinra puppet ruling over Wutai now, whereas what Yuffie and Sonnen are agents for are the resistance government, kind of a, PRC versus Taiwan type deal, you know what I'm saying? Not that I mean that are just very much, well, I guess, yeah, no, never mind. Not about good guys, bad guys type deal, but just there was some sort of political power in place, then there was a conflict, and at the end of the conflict, a new political power was put in place. That's the Viceroy, I assume. Again, I might be completely off there, but that's my reading from that scene we just had. The Viceroy was put in place, mostly by Shinra influence, and then the remnants of the older government is the force that sent Yuffie and Sonnen to Midgar. Right, and so Glenn is some sort of, I guess, general or number 2 for that Viceroy, whatever. But Rufus is very much afraid of Glenn personally, and you saw the way he, talked to him. He was all like, dismissive and really, what do you call it? Condescending is not the word, but like he was aggressive in a kind of very much like, I'm not afraid of you, like, I'm better than you, and I could fuck you up. Which is so interesting. Rufus is supposed to be the head of the most powerful, political entity in the world right now, and he was scared of that one individual. And then at the very end, and there's this whole thing, like, is he anti-Shinra or not? It's unclear, right? From everything he said, it's like, again, I might be completely wrong, and the Viceroy is not what I think, it's another political power and shit, but my reading, with everything I've said up to now, is that this guy is pretending he's playing, the part of the, like, he serves the Viceroy, therefore if not a Shinra, province, then a Shinra-approved government, in a place that was interesting enough for them to go to war. But in spite of that, he's all like, talking down to the very president of the world, essentially. And the president is all like, freaking out. Fascinating. Also, like, please don't think that I'm saying all this because I know who Glenn Lodbrok is, because what I know, again, we'll play First Soldier together on stream much earlier than love. I'm bumping this way up in the schedule. I don't know much about him, and I know stuff that happened 18 years ago, and there's nothing, I'm not saying all this because I'm really trying to make this whole, like, to theory craft with you guys using only the info we have from Rebirth and Remake. It's not about what happens in First Soldier, it's about what happened just now. Well, it starts with the, I thought you were dead, and there's a clear parallel to be drawn there with the Cloud Sephiroth scene that we saw very early on in Remake, right? Cloud, the exact same thing happens. Cloud sees Sephiroth, freaks out, and is like, you're dead, I killed you. And Sephiroth is like, yeah, I'll remember. And then they have a chat, right? Like, what the fuck is going on? Is death not final? Same thing happens here. Is that the only reason Rufus was, he was afraid because he was sure that he killed him, don't you think? Exactly, Jay. That's exactly what I was getting at. Is that all it was? Surely it's enough to... I mean, I don't know. I've never killed anybody, but... I've never killed any human beings anyway. But if I ever shot somebody in the back of their head and then they showed up, I'd probably freak out. And, if they're all, like, talking down to me, I probably wouldn't be all like, yo, fuck you, I'm the president of the fucking world, motherfucker. And maybe I'd freak out the way Rufus did. I don't know. I feel like there was more there. I mean, shit, you don't shoot somebody in the back of the head if they're just nobody to you, right? And even, again, the way Glenn was talking down to him, he was all like, oh, you can't keep on playing the spoiled hair anymore. To me, it's clear that they know each other personally, and I like to think, but again, I'm just, I'm going on a limb here. It's just from this one scene we saw. I feel like there's a lot more backstory to Rufus and Glenn than just him freaking out because he thinks he killed him. I think there's more than that. And again, I don't know. I would like to point out that what we know is that Rufus was the direct, he was the head of the Turks, essentially. Like, the Turks were answering to Vice President Rufus directly. So, does Glenn become a Turk at some point? Is that how he knows Rufus so well? I don't know. In any case, I really love that. And again, like, taking a step back, just in terms of writing and shit, I fucking love that thing of the, like, the big bad has people that scare him. And, not to bring politics into this, it's totally what I mean to do. Let's bring politics into this. Also, you guys, it is 22 past. I just in case you're hanging around, I think we're gonna call it in terms of Final Fantasy. I'll just keep debriefing about that fucking scene because I'm all shaken up, and then we'll call it a night. Yeah, let's bring politics into this. I think what I'm seeing here, again, I really fucking hope we're gonna get more screen time for Glenn, and hopefully Glenn and Rufus, and figure more of this out. But with just that, I feel like this is the, it's the power of the lobby. Like, Glenn is supposed to represent that thing where, like, when you think you know who the big bad is, or who the big, who the head of government is in your country. I'm thinking of the US and France here specifically. There are two countries where I feel like you expect a lot of executive power in the hands of the president. And then, you know, when you kind of start getting interested in politics and dig into it a bit, you realize that, you know, yes, they are extremely powerful people, but they do have to answer to some other people, and they're not the people you expect. And it's not like conspiracy theory crazy shit of like the Illuminati or some shit. No, it's just lobbies. It's, you know, some folks will arrive with just like checks that they can choose to write or not write, and you kind of end up, I don't know, I kind of picture it the same way, right? Like you're the head of a very military and economically powerful Western state, and some dude is just gonna like walk into your office, into the Oval Office or the White House or whatever the fuck, you know, and just be all like fucking talk down to you, you know, like acting up and shit, and all you can do is like clench your fucking fist, and the motherfucker's gonna walk off, and you're gonna be all like, yeah, can't do, you know, this dude freaks me out. Head of Thurl, can't fuck with that motherfucker. But this might be me reading too much into it, wanting to project too much politics into this. I don't know. I just really like again, I really hope we'll see more of Glenn, figure out more about what the fuck is going on there, but you know, I do like that idea that this was a scene, you know, because like from a writing perspective, you know, in terms of scenario, it's weird to take Rufus as a character that they've built up as this new big bad and kind of like take him down a notch by introducing a character that we haven't heard about at all, you know. And so yes, they do throw the bones to like obsessive people like me or Ever Crisis fans, but again, the link between the Glenn we know and that is so fucking unclear that anything goes, anything could go, right? So again, forget that it's Glenn from First Soldier, just like they bring in this new character who scares the big bad, and so what are we supposed, you know, we already have Sephiroth as a big bad, like the dude that's so fucking powerful and weird, you know, we have no fucking clue what his deal is. He's like the son of Genova or some shit, and he thinks the planet belongs to him, and he might actually technically be right. Like, what the fuck? We don't need, you know what I'm saying? Rufus was supposed to be our down-to-earth main bad guy. In fact, that they choose to just kind of like squeeze him into this very almost, well, I hate the motherfucker. I won't say how I feel about Glenn, but you know, I should feel happy about seeing Rufus fucking Shinra of all people being a little, you know, like fucking, what do you call it, like make him smell his own poo or some shit. But that scene was so beautifully like directed and written, and the voice acting was so good, you know, like that scene left me feeling almost bad for the motherfucker. And there's no fucking way I can ever feel bad for this dude, but you know what I'm saying, like, it was humiliating in such a way. What I'm saying is that, I don't know, again, I might be completely wrong. Zia, you might be right. It might just be him freaking out like, I'm literally seeing a ghost right now, this is weird, you know, I'm panicking, and this is all this is. I want to think it's more, and I like to think that, yeah, maybe there was some parallel to be drawn. In any case, in the intro I was talking about Ever Crisis, and how I'm excited because I feel like they're finally taking some freedom with the retelling of the main story. And this is kind of the other, I was not expecting that, like a Ever Crisis exclusive character making an appearance in Rebirth. Actually, I'm sorry, that's a lie. I knew, again from, you know, getting spoiled just by like reading and watching other streamers and whatnot, like discussions, I knew that Glenn appeared in Rebirth, but I did not expect it to be like that important. And I feel like, you know, we're not done with him, right? It would be super weird if this is all we got. So yeah, I feel like he's an actually important character, and I'm really fucking excited about that. Alright, y'all. Okay. Enough blabbering on about that scene, or is it? I feel like there's another, like there was one specific point I wanted to bring up, but I was so oh yeah, no, the way he's dressed, Glenn. My first thought was, does that look kind of like the Reunion people, you know, like long, black, you know, like cloth-based clothing type shit? Am I supposed to draw a connection between Glenn and the Reunion people, the robed men, as the gang have been calling them? but I don't think that's it. And actually, like, looking at him again and stuff, I think there might be a bit of Arden from Final Fantasy 15 in there. Let me just put the tag up. For a oopsie, sorry. Oh right, I don't have my spoiler tags. I really need to fix that. But anyway, no spoilers. You'd know if you play, like, you know, crossover games and shit. But like, so the big bad, the main, you know, charismatic villain, like there is in every Final Fantasy game. Main number Final Fantasy games anyway. Of 15 is called Arden, and no, I can't say that without spoiling at least like the very early 15 game. But my point is that Arden kind of starts as the, when you meet him, you know, he's not the head of the nasty state, evil empire, right? He's somebody else that's part of the bad guys, but also seems to have his own agenda that does not align with the main bad guys type shit. Almost, what I'm saying, I guess, is that shit, Glenn. That Glenn was scary as fuck. Like, what's his deal? Is he? I don't know. And one last final thing I want to bring up is he said you Shinras at some point, and then went on to personally, you know, attack Rufus. And we know that Shinra is their family name, right? President Shinra. I don't believe we know his first name, but you know, his last name was Shinra. And then Rufus's last name is Shinra. And the reason this gets me all excited is because, like I keep talking about on stream, is that Shinra, the kid from Final Fantasy X-2, is actually, and this has been confirmed by Kitase-san, you know, in interviews like outside of the games, is the founder of the Shinra company in the Final Fantasy VII universe. And so, you know, you Shinras, you could take that as meaning, you know, you people aligned with the Shinra, the corporation, that Leviathan, in Hope's terms, entity. But no, I feel like he was really talking about specifically, you know, that line of people, that the house Shinra, which also implies that Glenn knew President Shinra personally, Rufus's dad. Which again, interesting. I feel like we learned a whole bunch about Glenn, who again, no spoilers, but is a character that we only know from a prequel that took place a very long time before the main game. So it's an interesting twist. Like, you know, they've just created this character in this brand new story, and yet they choose to show us what happens to him years after that. It's you know what I'm saying, it's a spoiler in itself, right? They're kind of giving away a lot of what could happen in First Soldier, except that just because Glenn is here in the Rebirth timeline does not mean that the Glenn I know from the Ever Crisis timeline is going to turn into that guy. And that's the beauty of it all, right? Like, there's a timeline right there where Cloud is in Midgar right after the bombing mission under fucking Kyria's care while Zack is off saving Aerith and shit. It's all such a fucking metaverse mess. And I feel like, you know, there was a point at the end of Remake and shit where we were starting to grasp things, and now everything's getting more confusing, but that's fucking great, right? I'm sure we'll get all the answers in due time. I'm really fucking excited about that scene. And let's call it a night. I realized that tonight was, again, 99%, well, not 99%, but 95% side content. And we've spoken about this last week, and we've spoken about this more generally, but again, I just want to say again that, unless you guys, like always, I'm always open to feedback, but if it's just me, that's what I like. We're gonna keep on playing Rebirth that way. It'll take us forever and a half to finish it, but that's totally fine. We'll do all the side content, we'll figure out, you know, what the fuck is up with the Queen's Blood larger lore and shit. I want to know everything about this fucking game. But yeah, if you hate side content, maybe at least I could try and, you know, like guesstimate which streams will do main story so that I can let you guys know or something. Anyway, you guys let me know if you hate it when we do that much side content. I realize it's been 2 weeks in a row where we did almost only side content. Let me know if it's an issue for you guys. I can try and think of ways that we can, yeah, separate when we do the main story content or something. In any case, Thank you all for being here tonight. I had a bunch of fun! I hope you all had fun. I wish you all a very good night if you're live on stream and about to head to bed. Or a very good rest of your day if you're live on Twitch and not about to head to bed. And very good whatever is happening right now for you on YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe and all that jazz. I will see you all on Sunday, 9 PM. Same time slot as we usually do on Tuesdays. And that will be our regular time slot from now on. This is Morgan Zainon signing off for the last late night Thursday stream. Thank you all for being here again. Yes, yeah, we learned a lot. I'm very happy with the amount of information we got out of this stream. Thank you, ZA, for being here. Thank you all for being here. You all are the best. Wish you a very good night or whatever. This is Morgan Zainon signing off. Be kind to each other, eat less animals, and play more Final Fantasy. I love you all. Good night.